Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Tackle. Check.
To throw again, Rodgers.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. First carry now for Tyler Ervin.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
26. Kill. Recon, 132 fighter. Check three.
The counter play with Irvin. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Ready. 70, Indy.
You ain't got nothing.
Rush in. Pilot, 64, weak.
On first down, Stevens out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Don't get nervous.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Six, bullet high.
You can't block me.
Let go.
Throwing on first down, Stevens. He completes it to Nelson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
General West.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
And let's hit 2.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
Yo, go.
57. Mike 57. Bound to lose one. 57's the Mike.
Gone.
The Mike. Watch the slam. Check.
Bam. Secret.
From the gun, Stevens lets it go for Nelson. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They go with Irvin to start the drive. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down, Green Bay.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Packers 3, Saints 0.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check. Check. Hot. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Hey, exit.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
88. Hey, wahoo!
Check. 59. Let's go, D.
Rodgers now going to throw again. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Kill.
61, matchbox lights.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They run the counter. Irvin. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up third down. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Watch the screen.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
At the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the I. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
X3, 218, chopper.
This is Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
They can't stop you.
Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Crunch.
Protein spill.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's Hill, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
SOS. Look at me. Door. Hey. Get it.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Shit.
Blue draw Corkers.
Mike, 55. Check.
Now.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Greystone's back.
55.
Hard. Yep.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Hey, Zoom.
58 to Mike.
Go.
58 to Mike.
Hey, Sam on.
Field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, lock it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stevens. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Kill.
Pilot, 64, reach.
Kill, turn up.
Fire.
Operating from the gun, Stevens. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Now. General West.
His team showed up. He's checking.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Stevens. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Undercrunch. Slam.
80 weapons. Yeah, live. Over.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room? What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there. Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Yeah.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Leo.
Check.
Go out.
Throwing again. Stevens. He rifles one that's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over first and 10.
319.
50. Come on, D. Alert flag.
Back north.
No.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught by Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Mike, You.
Clear.
Hey, check Mike.
Hey. I-7.
50. I'm coming after you.
319.
Rodgers now to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go, and of course they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Bailey's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Out, 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 out.
'61, matchbox lights.
Slam, slam, slam.
They go.
On second down, Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
6-3, 218, chop.
Get up, get up. Check, check, check.
Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stevens. It's caught, Nelson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Oh, nice move at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Lutz to try to add the PAT.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve.
First down, Packers.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now Rodgers. Complete. It's Irvin. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Right. He's telling you, he's telling you right.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
I got 83.
Hey, box top, box.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Let's go. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Stevens. That's going to be caught. A very solid gain of 27.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
I'm coming after you. Check it backer, check it backer.
Topper, topper.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A second down carry for Irvin. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
All day, baby, all day. Hey, 25 to the mic.
Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And some space here. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 97 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Watch tight. Everyone got 4 down. Easy. Right now. Big dad.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On play action, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, take 26. Look at this.
Shotgun handoff to Irvin. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go. Check 26, check 26. Big Ed.
Go.
On the rep, let's go, right here.
Hit it.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Back. Shoot.
Go.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
55. Hey, pick your game up. Check your hot read. Kill, 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 kill. Hatchet, hatchet.
49. What? Squeeze. Look at me. Zipper. Shoot.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Yes, yes.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stevens. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Preston Smith. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
Kill, kill, kill.
26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Again, it's Kamara. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Looking to throw. Stevens. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
50's the mark.
To throw is Rodgers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that's complete to Lewis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, Echo.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better.